welcome back to Nostalgianomics, and I got some crazy info to share with you today. So these documents were sent to me from a friend in the Pokemon community. He does buy and sell full-time in the hobby, and he's set up with this sort of quasi-distributor. It's sort of like a Hills Wholesale Gaming, except you do have to be set up with them, have an account, have a membership. So they're not an official distributor on the Pokemon website, but they do operate like a distributor, sell you products, basically at distributor level pricing, all those types of things. And they sent out these documents to all their members, and he forwarded them to me. They were sent out back in May, and I just wanted to share these numbers with you because they are staggering. If you're not bullish on Pokemon investing, this may be the document that push you over the edge. So they took a whole decade worth of TCG returns and all the different TCGs that they sell. And what they came up with was Pokemon comes in at number one with a 79% annualized return. Let me say that again. 79% year-over-year returns in the last 10 years of Pokemon products. Now, these are all standard products, booster boxes and ETBs. In Magic, it was standard, draft, set, collector boxes, like all the standard type products, none of the auxiliary type products. These are the returns that you would have seen in Pokemon in the last 10 years. Now, to give you perspective, stock market, S&P, mutual funds, you're expecting about 8 to 12%. So Pokemon beat that by 8 times. 8 times the return in the last 10 years, every year, than you would have seen in the stock market. Now, MTG, Magic, comes in at a very distant second with 23% annualized returns. So, 23%, about a fourth of what Pokemon is returning you. They're about 4 times less. Now, if you look at it in terms of like the stock market returns, it's still about double what you're going to see investing in the stock market. So it's still absolutely amazing returns for TCGs, but it's just when it's next to Pokemon, it looks like so little. Yu-Gi-Oh's even giving you good returns, 15%, still probably beating the S&P, stock market, mutual funds, and then to Final Fantasy and other TCGs. However, overall, the TCG market has been strong all throughout the past 10 years. Now, there were some other parts in this document I picked out I wanted to show you. Look down here. Alex isn't the only one that compares it to the stock market. I get so much heat in this community for comparing it to the stock market. Look at this. This major seller, major store / distributor sent this out to all their customers, their members, even comparing it to the S&P. Guess what? I'm going to fill you in on a little secret. Anyone who's serious in investing in TCGs and putting large amounts of money into them, they're definitely worried about where else their money could be. They are definitely comparing it to the stock market. As much as everyone wants to tell you not to do that, everyone's doing that. Let's just be honest with ourselves. Everyone's comparing it to the S&P and other avenues where you could invest, whether it be crypto or precious metals or real estate, whatever it may be. They're definitely doing those comparisons. Don't fool yourself. Other pretty interesting little nugget I picked out was right here. They were talking about WotC and how they feel about the secondary market. Their CEO said it best. WotC CEO. We don't make money on the secondary market sales. Secondary markets make that money. Now WotC has become exceedingly good at shifting those profits to themselves. So WotC thinks they have it figured out. They're going to make more margins on the product. They're going to shift that money to themselves. And they're going to kind of leave the secondary market out to dry. And they think that's a good business model. And honestly, I don't know the inside, all the inside numbers of WotC versus Pokemon, but I have to assume Pokemon's doing pretty well, comparable to Magic. Who knows? I'm sure they're probably beating them. I don't know those numbers, but I do know that it's definitely had an effect on their secondary market because they're lagging Pokemon by about 4 times. So I don't know what Magic's future is going to look like with their CEO telling everyone that, hey, we're going to take the money. We're not going to leave very much left for anyone to make on the secondary market. For better or worse, I don't know. Now, what you're probably saying to yourself right now is, Alex, I get it. This is all the past, though. The boogeyman of the future, he's ready, right? The Grim Reaper's ready. He's coming. And he is going to come. He's going to pummel you. I mean, you're going to take a fist to the face. He's taking all your profits, all your gains, and this is not going to work anymore. Guys, I've heard this so many times over the past 8 years I've been back in this hobby. I heard it back when Evolutions came out and everything started skyrocketing, Pokemon Go, and secret's out. Sealed product isn't going to be worth anymore. All the vintage stuff's rising. It's not going to work with modern. There's too much supply. And Sun and Moon era started. Sun and Moon base, lackluster set. Really nothing to write home about. Nothing to really chase in there. No one really cares. Guess what? Sold listing, June 10th, just 3 days ago. They're still selling at $250 a box with nothing really to chase. So this was released about 6 years ago. About 25% a year on your money you would have made with this lackluster set. Guardians Rising, very lackluster. Again, not much really to chase. 400 plus a box. 300 plus returns, less than 6 years old, or maybe about 6 years still. You're talking about 50 to 55% gains per year. Per year on Guardians Rising. And then the boom happened and everyone's like, okay. Now the secret is officially out. It's 100% over now. Too much supply. Everyone knows about it. Everyone's got mountains of sealed product in their basements, in their closet. It doesn't work. Enter Sword and Shield era. Sword and Shield base. It is now about 3 years old. They're going for about $300 with shipping, so $300, 200% return in 3 years. You do the math right. That's about 65% a year on your money in these first 3 years. 65%. And then Rebel Trash, right? That's what everyone called it. Rebel Clash, 220 plus a box. You're talking 120 plus percent gains already. Over 40% a year for Rebel Clash. Rebel Trash? Which one was it? Well, 40% of my money per year sure doesn't sound like trash to me. And now, again, we're hearing the same stuff. Now the secret's out. Now no one's going to do this. The boom's over. The hype is fading. And now, we're in Scarlet and Violet. Paldea evolved. $610 a case. These are like Sword and Shield era prices per case. But now the MSRP has risen. The stores are paying $95 a box. The stores aren't going to make any money. Everything's crashing. Dump it. Dump the product. Dump it. Scarlet Violet base set, under $600 a case. Dump it. It's over, guys. It's not going to work anymore. That's what we're being told. It's not going to work anymore. So what you have to ask yourself is, am I going to believe all the fear? Or are things going to be business as usual? 2-3 years from now, are we going to be looking at these boxes at $150, $200, $250 and saying, why didn't I buy all the cases up when I had the chance? I had the money. The listings were there. They were available for everyone. Look, this isn't some like backdoor deal, distributor level pricing. No. You can do it. Anyone watching this video can go to eBay right now and buy these cases, and you can invest in Pokemon. It's just up to you to either be afraid or be optimistic. Because here's the thing. When everyone makes these boogeyman arguments of the future, like everything's gonna crash, 90 sports cards, Beanie Babies, Pogs, it's all going to zero. When everyone makes these arguments, I can make the same arguments, right? I can say, well, no, it's gonna have another boom. There's gonna be another catalyst. Things are gonna continue to rise up to eternity. And so I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I'm saying those arguments cancel each other out. The future arguments, the boogeyman and like the absolute irrational arguments, those cancel each other out. So what can we look at? We look at the last decade of how things have gone. We look at how things are going right now, right? Sales are through the roof. Everything is still selling, right? The collecticons, the Pokemon tournaments, the actual game, they're having more participants. They're having more traffic than ever. We can look at things like, here, I'll mention it, my box break, okay? I recently had my first box break on the channel. Extremely well, it sold out. Thank you to each and every one of you who did participate, who did buy packs, who were just there to watch it and support the people who were. Unified Minds, Unbroken Bonds, Paldea Evolve, sold out. What is that, 108 packs? Sold out for a single box break. I was on stream for 3 hours, had a ton of fun, had a great response, probably gonna have more in the future. But the point is, packs sold out, everyone had a ton of fun. Millions, not millions, but tons of people are doing box breaks. The hobby's strong, the collector side of the hobby's strong. And then you go to the player side of the hobby, it's strong. The investor side, look at the returns on products in 2023, 2022, 2021. The investor side of the hobby strong. YouTube strong. Everything is strong. And so I don't see where everyone sees this boogeyman come in with the Grim Reaper and like hacking everyone down. I don't see it. And so you have to think for yourself is what's more likely. But there's tons of deals. Here's some more. Crown Zenith. Sassiato, he's got these for under $600 a case. $589 a case now. That's less than $60 in ETB for Crown Zenith, one of arguably the best sets in Sword and Shield. You have the Charizard UPCs. I know I was critical of these in the past, but as more sell out, as these price points are so low, they're actually great opportunities because the packs inside and the promos themselves are worth more than $80. Now, there is shipping with this listing, but there's multiple available. They do combine shipping. If you buy multiple, you can get these price points under $90 a box. There's another listing here, $85 plus some shipping. With combined shipping, you can get these under $80 a box with volume. And so there's opportunities everywhere out there. I will leave the links to all these listings for the Paldea, the Scarlet Violet, the Charizard UPCs, and the Crown Zenith if you want to pick any of these up. But the last thing I want to address before I end this is everyone's always asking me, well, Alex, what are you buying? Do you really believe in this stuff, or do you just have a YouTube channel and you're trying to just, for some reason, pump up these items, even though I don't even have anything listed on my eBay or really TCG Player right now? And so, yes, I do believe. I pulled some receipts. So one of the receipts I pulled up was I bought 16 Charizard UPCs recently. You can see the price right here. It was $14.39. There was a 5% off code. There was combined shipping. And there was no taxes. So $13.87 for 16 Charizard UPCs. I believe it's like $86-ish a box is what I got them for. So yeah, I'm moving into Charizard UPCs. Here's a receipt. It's probably not going to focus. This is from my local card shop. Try to focus it. You can kind of see it. So basically, they had a release weekend sale going on where I was able to pick up Paldea Evolve boxes at $96.99 a box. So I bought cases of Paldea Evolve at $96.99 per box. That's just over. I think distributors are charging $95 and $96 to the stores. So tell me again how you need to have distribution to invest in Pokemon successfully. You don't. Another one I bought, I just showed the listing for it. The listing's still up, so you can buy this too. There's a Facebook group called Pokemon Sealed Marketplace. You can go join it. This listing's still up. You can buy Scarlet Violet base set boxes for $95 a box or $5.40 a case. $5.40 a case. I think that's $90 a box. And then look at this. If you really want to be a big baller, if you're interested in 5+ cases, can work additional bulk pricing. So you can get it even less than $5.40 a case if you want to step up in the big leagues and buy 5+ cases. And so this is the kind of stuff I'm buying. Lastly, it's not a secret. You guys all know I'm definitely still buying XY full arts and secret rares, Sun and Moon promos, XY promos, even some Sword and Shield cards. But yeah, I'm definitely buying some PSA cards that I see that are scarce, hard to find, mint condition, hard to grade, very little 9s and 10s on the market. Definitely still investing in modern sealed products when I see the right pricing. Doing all the same stuff. Nothing's changed. It's business as usual. Honestly, we should have been more afraid when the Sword and Shield sets were coming out and immediately going to the moon. This is normal. This is the kind of market that I got into Pokemon in. Back in 2015, 2016, 2017 time, this was the normalized market. Items would come out, they'd be stagnant, stores would compete, they'd race to the bottom, you'd be able to find crazy deals, sometimes under distributor level pricing, and then a funny thing happens. Time always happens. And little by little, they sell out, and then the reprints stop coming. Pokemon's moved on to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 new sets. Everyone forgets about the older sets. And then, for whatever reason, 2, 3 years go by, and you're left with a Sword and Shield base. Or you're left with a Sun and Moon base. And it just happens again and again and again. So I can't stress this enough. Look at history. Look at how things have performed. Don't listen to the fear-mongering. Don't listen to the doom and gloom. You're seeing it in the stock market right now, right? Everything was doom and gloom this year. The crash of the century. Everything's going to zero. Pull all your money out of the banks. The banks are going to crash. S&P, Dow Jones, NASDAQ. They're all at their year highs. They're at their year highs. Everything's up. Everything's going well. And so, look, everything's going to be portrayed as worse than it actually is by the media, by the hype channels on YouTube. Everything. Look, negativity sells. That's all I'm going to say. Negativity sells. And look, I don't benefit from you going out and investing in this stuff. I don't care. I'm going to do it, but I don't care if you do. I have nothing to gain by pushing you to go invest in modern sealed product. I mean, you could argue that, if I show an XY card and there's not a lot and enough people buy it, I might manipulate the market slightly. But let's be honest. I have a 4,000 something subscriber YouTube channel. I'm not going to manipulate the market. And so I have nothing to gain from it. I'm just trying to show you what has worked for me in the past 8 years and what continues to work and what by all factors should continue to work into the next decade of Pokemon, and I think Pokemon will still win. So with that being said, again, one last shout out. Thank you to everyone who participated and everyone who showed up for the live box break. We will have more in the future. As far as Scarlet Violet base, Paldea Evolved, Crown Zenith, and the Charizard UPCs, I will leave all these links in the description because I think these are actually good buys where they're at. And also, if you guys, some people are weird about it, but if you do trust buying off, sellers on Facebook, I'll even leave the link to this Facebook group if you want to join this and buy off this. You will see sealed deals on this Facebook group from time to time. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you got something out of it. And I hope it does help improve your Pokemon investing and collecting journey. If you're not subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing, and I'll be back here in a new video soon. I am out.